Hey Ghosties! Welcome to Ghosties with the Mosties. I'm one of your hosts, Paloma.
I'm Mike.
I'm Melissa.
Today's episode, we're just going to talk a little bit about ourselves, what made us get started with the podcast, and our goals for it.
Yeah.
Give you guys a chance to get to know us.
Slightly, just a little. So pretty much it was my idea to start the podcast, and I dragged two very patient people along for the ride. Personal experiences and just all the ghost shows and paranormal stuff is mainly what got me started in wanting to find out for myself, is this real? Am I crazy? You know, that kind of thing. I mean, absolutely. But that's what gave me the idea to start my own podcast, because I want to find out for myself what's out there. What about you guys?
Here against my will.
Very much so.
I'm here for the future traveling and seeing and fighting spirits.
Fighting spirits?
Okay.
There's already enough fighting now. We are not professionals. We are doing everything improvised. Our setup is improvised. But in the future, we'll get better, little by little. And we will be better.
Just us, cameras, and
experiences.
Adventure.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so don't judge us now for how everything turns out, because little by little.
You can judge, we're judging.
Yeah. We listen and we judge, for sure.
But yeah, we're just doing this for fun, to find out the experiences and to see with our own eyes, We're like, oh, grab me. But yeah, we're not excited.
I don't want that.
You don't want to be grabbed.
No. Do you want to talk about like your personal experience that made you interested?
I think, anything spooky has always interested me, but I don't want to encounter anything. I like seeing it from afar, not personally experiencing it.
Like when we watch our ghost adventures.
Yeah. Like the ghost can attack them, like, holy shit, that's crazy, but
like
I don't want
things
to get me.
So let's say we're looking down a hallway and you saw like a head peek like this.
I'd probably shit myself.
Bring diapers.
Add that to the list.
Yeah. No. I'll probably chase after it.
No.
No.
That's a one person.
Hell no.
On that. I'm not running after anything.
No.
I'll experience it, but I'm not running after it.
I'm like, oh my God, I see something in the corner. I'm gonna go see it.
You can't even see.
Right? With glasses on. Oh man. What about you? What got you interested in the paranormal?
Interested in the paranormal. Many experiences as a kid. Love horror movies, like Paranormal Activity movies, Insidious, all the Annabelle movie. I've seen it all. Nighttime is war. I can't sleep. I'm twitching. I'm looking at every shadow. I see a shadow. It looks like there's a man standing, and then when I put on my glasses, it's just a cold rack, just a jacket just there. I'm like, oh my God, I'm stupid.
I still thought you were talking about the movies for a second. I'm just gonna point that out.
No. And that is why I sleep with the nightlight still to this age.
Oh man, the TV for me.
TV, lights, all of it, everything.
I hate mirrors. Mirrors.
I don't like mirrors in the dark.
I used to have a room where the whole closet was a mirror.
Oh, the mirrors, the closet, yeah.
No, podcast. Especially, I've heard you can't have it like in front of your bed. You're not supposed to have mirrors in front of your bed. That's what they say.
Yeah, no, they messed up with the design, but yeah, those are my experiences. I want to experience more. I've been to places with like ghost stuff, but I want more. Yes, unfortunately, I played with a Ouija board when I was 12. I didn't know what I was doing. It was creepy. It asked the people when I joined in. It said my name, so I was like, it didn't even say my name. It said Junior. And I was like, oh hell no, that's too personal.
Too close to home.
Yeah, that's too personal.
It wants you personally.
I was like, you don't know me like that.
It wanted to get to know
Well,
you.
yeah, apparently. No, I know. It wasn't my sister. It said it was her dad. I was like, oh.
No, thank you.
Yeah, hard pass on that.
What about you, PP? I know you definitely have had some encounters, or you know,
Yeah.
like things that were like, oh my god, that's got to be your dad, or that's got to be.
Yeah, for sure. Since I can remember, which is not that long ago. I mean,
Short-term memory
technically
loss.
it is. Yeah. I think I was like 6 or 7, and I started experiencing like seeing things and just being afraid of the dark. I've always been able to pick up on other people's emotions, like even if it's not a physical person. So, you know, I remember those things I've seen, heard. What?
I forgot it. But there's a word for
Like
that.
feeling emotion,
Mhm.
an empath.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. But it's not like I feel. It's like I take on their emotions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if someone else is anxious and I know I'm not anxious, I know it's not my anxiety. Like I just feel it. It's like I take it on with them, if that makes sense. So things like that. Obviously, I got into ghost shows very early on. I grew up with the horror films, The Exorcist, all those things. So I've always been fascinated by it, and this is just kind of a way to figure out for myself, get physical proof of my experiences, and be able to like solidify my belief, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what got me into it.
That is terrifying.
What do you guys think we could do to get that proof?
Use our limited equipment we're building, okay? But didn't you say sassy? No, I'm just kidding. No, because I went like this, and then he went like this.
Oh.
Yeah. But we definitely have the spirit box,
Spirit box.
the EMF readers,
EMF.
the cameras, our microphones,
Microphone.
our
Us.
mic.
Like
Me.
us.
That will be running after the spirits, because that's just a him thing.
Yeah.
And see and find out if there's like phone application that with ghost stuff.
Oh yeah, the SLS reader, yeah, which we all have to download on our phones. And then with that said, I feel like our experience is going to be a little bit different because we're not going to be using Ouija boards or
Nope.
like antagonizing any spirits.
Nope.
We just want to experience it and let it happen naturally, if you will, where other people tend to want to get a rise out of the spirits.
Yeah. Like we'll walk in the house or building or whatever, wherever we're at, and we're like, just make a noise or tap something.
Right. If you're here,
If
you
you're
know,
here.
if you
If
feel
you're
like
here.
it.
If you're
If you
here.
feel like it. We're
Right.
we're with the vibes. We're chill, you know. So yeah, that definitely is the plan.
Talking about plans, for our future,
Insert, but it's right here.
for our future plans, we are planning to go traveling to places. So be expecting that for future episodes.
And the first place we're going to go to is
Cemetery.
cemetery. Not just any cemetery. Cemetery where our lovely Paloma's father is buried.
Oh,
And
the stick emoji.
we're just going to see if we can get any reaction, especially having his daughter there. Why are we laughing?
Because he's like, I did the sleep emoji talking about my dad. I was like, that's morbid. And then
Oh, Lord.
oh god. But obviously it's a cemetery, so we can get.
We'll see
If
him.
we don't get him, hopefully we'll get someone.
We're not going to
you know?
see him. We're not digging graves.
No.
No. Not yet.
Not yet. Not ever.
No.
That's illegal.
We're not grave robbers,
No.
and we don't support that.
We're diggers.
Gold digger. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
No.
that's not even.
We all love people too much.
But yeah, hopefully we can. We go there to the cemetery. We find out if he's there or whatever is there, or animals. There could be
Animals?
there could be ghost cats or ghost dogs.
Actually,
Absolutely.
that is a thing.
Mhm.
I read a book, and it's about a medium, and there's a part in her book where she talks about that, where like the like different stories from people, like you ever been laying in bed and you feel like something's just
Walking on top of you.
or and it could be like a past cat or dog you had.
So when I was in Jerome, one of the places we're going to in the future, um, they were talking about on the tour that there is a ghost cat,
I believe it.
and I felt like though I heard the cat. When I was laying in the bed, I was hearing a cat meow. But I was too terrified to look around. Nope. Nope.
So you stayed in the hotel?
At the
Yeah.
Grand
The Grand.
Hotel.
Yeah. But I wasn't in the third floor.
Yeah.
I was in the second floor. I didn't know about that. Next time in the future, I would love to stay in the third floor. But not the room 32, because that 32 is the most active room.
Why
And
didn't you want to stay there?
no, I'm good.
Because
there have
I
been
want to
suicides.
get some sleep and I don't want my legs pulled.
And there have been
So
suicides.
if you don't sleep in the room, could we pay to go in the room and just like sit for a little bit?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure we wouldn't be the first people to ask to do that.
We could ask to like go in the room if no one is
Like booked
vacating.
it. Yeah.
What was that?
Jerome.
Oh yeah, getting the room. Like I'm sure we could still find a way to get into the room. Hopefully.
Maybe.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, if the room is not taken, we can ask to see it. But I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be that much activity in it.
No, I've heard the elevator gets activity, the restaurant gets activity.
I've never been to the restaurant, but the elevator, I heard that it just activates by itself, and the way it works is those old elevators where you gotta close the door,
Yeah.
and it's not closed right, it's not gonna work. So it just be traveling up and down. So basically, a maid, I think it was, or a coworker killed another coworker in the elevator, like in the bottom, crushed him or threw him down there.
Nice.
I did not know that.
I don't remember what
I know a lot about
they said when we went, because like obviously the people that work there are very familiar with all of it, and obviously
History.
tourists and all that stuff, and there's a story, but like when I stayed there, they said you'll hear like people running,
or kids.
and when I stayed there, we thought we heard running, but there was no way in hell we were gonna get up and check if we actually like we did not.
Future episodes, when we stay there,
No.
we're checking, we're going, we're chasing.
He's checking.
Him.
There's
him.
We'll chase him down the stairs, whatever.
He keeps saying we. He has a mouse in his
Yeah,
pocket.
he's got a mouth in his
As
pocket.
me and the viewers.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Good save.
I support that.
I'll be like, let's go, guys, and then we run together, and then you see me scream, and that's over. It's over. First episode ended.
So what would you say is one experience that was the most impactful spiritually?
For me personally, I've told you guys this story about cleaning my house and doing all that good stuff, and then have that moment where I'm going into one room and I kind of felt like I saw something there, so I did like a double take. I'm like, is something there? And nothing was there, so I kept cleaning. But then when I went back to the other room that I had already cleaned, I found a single dollar, just one single dollar. And the only person that ever gave me single dollars was my grandfather. So I called my mom, told her story, and she's like, maybe it was him visiting. Hasn't happened since, but I had already cleaned that spot. There was nothing there, and then I thought I saw somebody, and when I go back, there's $1 bill.
I definitely believe in that, like pennies from heaven and signs and that. Yeah. What about you?
days ago, I was laying in bed.
Recently?
Very recently, I was laying in bed.
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind, I have an air bed, and you can feel when someone's gonna
Like,
lay on it, like, especially if it's running out of air. So I'm like this. My fat ass.
We need to invest in a new bed for him.
Yeah.
No, I just need to put air in it. But yeah, I was laying down and I felt someone legit sit on the corner of the bed. I felt it like go to the side, and I thought it was someone else. And when I turned around, no one at all.
That's
And
creepy.
I was like, well, time to sleep to the other side. And I just flipped this way.
I was just gonna ask you, do you ignore it or?
Oh yeah, I ignore it.
I would have turned on every freaking light on and just stayed there. I wouldn't have moved.
I would have put on a Disney movie.
No,
I don't know if Disney movie can help after that.
No, I just turned around, went back to sleep.
Yeah. What about you, P?
I asked the question, but I wasn't prepared. The
Personal
most impactful-
experience.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, going back to the pennies and money situation, I think the most recent thing for me was I went to visit my dad's grave after, like, I want to say like 2 years. I haven't been out there. Sorry, Dad. And my grandfather and my uncle are also buried in the same graveyard. They're like close to each other. And so I associate pennies or coins or money with my grandfather. And he passed in 2019. And shortly after he passed, I found like, I don't want to call it a puddle because obviously it's not a puddle, but like
plethora.
quite a bit of pennies laying around, and not just on like the outside of the dumpster. You know how dumpsters have that wall that surround it,
Like like a barrier.
So there was some on the outside, but then also behind the actual dumpster. And my grandfather, he used to find things all the time to either donate, sell, fix, sell the copper in them, that kind of thing. And so I found it even more impactful that it was near the dumpster, which is near my house. And so I went to visit my dad this past weekend, and I find a dollar bill and a quarter on my grandfather's grave. So to me, because we had recorded this previously and we talked about it, so I feel like it was almost like our three grandfathers. So my mom's dad, which is the one that I associate with the pennies, my dad's dad, and her grandfather, that's who I kind of associated. Like them
almost
coming
like
together.
we're here.
Like, hey, you guys just talked about this. Let's show you, like, we're together, we're here for you, that kind of thing.
Do you think, because you guys...
Probably.
Do you think, like you two just said you had recent experiences, do you think the fact that I'm so fucking scared that I kind of like, I don't want to see it, so that's why maybe I don't experience it like as often as you two do?
Yeah. Then you probably experience it, but you like...
I'm like, hell no, that was just my dog.
Yep.
No.
Yes, you just walk it through.
Yeah, and I do think that, like, I firmly believe we're spiritual beings because I believe in the afterlife and that kind of thing, that we're all connected. So I do think that the more we close ourselves off to it, the less likely you are to actually, like, associate.
Put me in a box, tape it up, block it all out.
Not this time. For these things, we can't. Outside of that, I'll put you in a box.
Against my will.
Yes, because she loves me. But also, yesterday was my grandfather's birthday, the one that I associate with the coins. And my mom was walking in our neighborhood and found pennies. I don't know how many pennies.
There was a lot of pennies. That's the picture she sent.
Yeah. The picture had, like, I want to say at least 12 or so pennies. I'd have to count them.
The power ghosty.
Yeah.
And she always finds coins, though. Like, we literally be walking into a store or getting out of the car, literally going the same way, and I didn't see shit. But then she's like, oh look, a penny, and I'm like, where did it come from?
I've actually, fun fact, I've filled
Fun
up,
fact.
right? I've actually filled up a whole piggy bank with coins that I found. It's a little like Minecraft thing for the
Nice.
WoW. And every coin that we find, and he was close to my grandfather also, and he always finds pennies and coins and stuff. So anything we find, we put in that piggy bank, and we've actually filled it up. We've started a new one with the one we got from
the foodie land.
festival, yeah. So
Sweet.
Thank you guys for watching our first video introducing ourselves. Leave a like, subscribe, share with people, and you guys have anything to say to our viewers?
See you on the ghost hunts.
ghosty missions.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.